Hello again, Year 6. Time for another Year 6 maths meeting. As always, you need something to write with and something to write on. We're starting off with knowing what Noah knows, and again we're multiplying by 50. So again we're going to use the related fact that 50 is half of 100. Pause your video and have a go. Alright, let's have a look. 17 multiplied by 50. I'm going to use the fact that I can times it by 100 and then halve it. 17 multiplied by 100 gives me 1,700 and I can halve that one easily to 850. Let's try again. 21 multiplied by 50. I'm going to use the related fact of 21 multiplied by 100 and I'll halve it. 21 multiplied by 100 gives me 2,100 and I can halve that one easily to 1,050. Great job, Year 6. Moving on to Fahim's factors. Does 26 have 6 factors? Let's find out. Now I saw the word factor, I drew a factor bug. I'm going to find the factor pairs of 26. 1 and 26, 2 and 13, and that's all. Does 26 have 6 factors? No, it has 4 factors. 1, 2, 13 and 26. Well done, Year 6, if you got that one. Moving on now to Percy percent. Percy percent uses related and known facts to find these tricky looking percentages. Pause your video, have a go. All right, let's see how we got on. So we don't want to do anything too complicated, just using the related facts we know. So let's start with 15% of 640. I know 10% means find a tenth. So 1/10 of 640 gives me 64. I know that 5% is half of 10%, and I just found 10%, so I halved it to give me 32. Now that I've got 10% and 5%, I'll add them together and it will give me 15% of 640, which is 96. Moving on to finding 11% of 135. I'm going to use the fact that 10% is a tenth. 1/10 of 135 gives me 13.5. And now I just need 1%, which is the same as finding 1/100th. 1/100th of 135 is 1.35. Now all I need to do is add that 10% to 1% and it will give me 11%. Just watch out for your place value. That gives me 14.85. Amazing job, Year 6. Well done. All right, on to Priya's prime factors. Prime, P-R-I-M-E, my only factors are 1 and me. A prime number is a number with only 2 factors, 1 in itself. A factor is a number which can be divided exactly into another number with no remainders. Priya's prime factor trees. Priya's prime factor trees. All right, so we're going to pause the video and find the prime factors of 94 and then 24. Okay, let's see how we got on with those. Now 94 is quite a big number. I wonder if it has lots of prime factors. Let's see. So first I'm going to find a factor pair for 94, and I know 94 is an even number, so I'm going to start with 2. 2 and 47 are a factor pair for 94. 2 is prime, 47 is prime. The prime factors of 94 are only 2 and 47. We can write them as a list, or write them as a multiplication. Let's move on to 24. 24 is also an even number, so I'm going to use the fact 2 times 12 is equal to 24. 2 is prime, but 12 is composite, so we need to find a factor pair for 12. I'm going to use the factor pair 2 and 6. 2 is prime, but 6 is composite, so let's find a factor pair for 6. 2 and 3. 2 is prime, 3 is prime. So now we list the prime factors, 2, 2, 2 and 3. Well done if you spotted you could write 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, and you can also then times it by 3. Those are your prime factors. Well done, Year 6. All right, we're moving on to Al and Ali again. Remembering this week they're looking for rules. So on my screen now, I have a sequence and I've just numbered each term. The first number in the sequence is 3. The second number in the sequence is 6. Could you find me the third term in the sequence? All right, let's have a look. I added 3 on. I'm going to continue that pattern and add 3 more to give me 9. 9 is the third term in the sequence. Now the tricky part. What rule could we find to find any term in the sequence or the nth term? Pause your video, have a go. Okay, let's have a look. Now, it looks as though I'm adding 3 each time, but that's not the rule. We need to look at the term and the number in the sequence. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. That rule allows me to find any number in the sequence. So by timesing by 3, I'll find any number I like. So n means any number. 3n or 3 times n is a rule that will find you any number. Well done, Year 6. Let's have another go. This one will be slightly different. This will have a 2-step rule. But first of all, let's find the third term in this sequence. Let's see how we got on. I added on 2. I'm going to continue that pattern and add 2 more to give me 9. 9 is the third term in the sequence. Now the tricky part. What rule could we find for any term in the sequence? And remember I said this was a 2-step rule. Have a look. All right, let's see how we got on. Let's try timesing by 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Oh, I needed 5. 3, 4, 5. Let's have another look. 2 times 2 is 4. I needed 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 times 2 is 6, but I needed 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you notice each time I timesed it by 2 and then I had to adjust it? I times by 2 and then I added on 3. N is any term in my sequence. I timesed each one by 2 and then I added 3. 2n plus 3 will always give me one of the terms in my sequence. Well done, Year 6. All right, moving on to someone a bit more familiar. Tilly times across. Pause your video and times these fractions. All right, let's have a look. We're going to times across, timesing my numerators and then timesing the denominators to give me 20 70-seconds. But notice they both have a highest common factor of 4, so they can be simplified to 5/18. Well done if you spotted that one, Year 6. All right, last one for the day, formal Phyllis. Phyllis is going to use formal written methods for this long division question. As always, we ask the very important question, does my sister burp? This reminds me of the order to do long division. Dad, mum, sister, brother. The family reminds me of the operations to do for long division. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. I follow this pattern every time. Have a go. All right, let's see how we got on. First of all, we set it up and we begin with Dad. Dad says 17 divided by 14 equals 1. Mum says, you're right, 14 multiplied by 1 is only 14. Sister subtracts and finds the difference. Brother brings down the next number in the dividend from the question. And we begin again. Dad says 35 divided by 14 is 2. Mum says yes, but 14 multiplied by 2 is 28. Sister says not to worry about it, we'll subtract or find the difference. Brother brings down the next number in the dividend. Dad says 77 divided by 14 gives me 5. Mum says you're right, but 5 multiplied by 14 is only 70. Sister finds the difference, and for now brother has nothing else to bring down, so that 7 becomes a remainder. 125 remainder 7. Amazing if you got that year 6. As always, let's take a closer look at that answer. 125 remainder 7. I'd like you to write this answer with a remainder, that's on your screen, as a fraction remainder, and then as a decimal remainder. Off you go. Okay, let's have a look. As a remainder, it's on your screen, 125 remainder 7. I've got 7 of the 14 parts I was looking for, so now I know it as a fraction. 125 and 7/14, but I noticed that that was equivalent to half. 125 and a half. Because I know half as a fraction, I now know it as a decimal as well. 125.5. Well done if you got those 3 year 6. Great job. Brilliant maths meeting year 6. Well done for working so hard. As always, you can go back through the video to practice any of these methods. Keep working hard. Well done year 6.